Hey guys, it's Julie here, and today we are making chicken katsu burgers. Now, chicken katsu is a Japanese dish. Traditionally, it's called tonkatsu, and it is pork cutlets, but we're gonna make the chicken version because I thought it would be delicious between buns. And it's this nice kind of like crispy fried chicken with a nice gorgeous sauce. Let's just go right into making it. So I've got a couple chicken breasts here, and I've prepared my breading station. I have half a cup of flour. I have half a cup of panko breadcrumbs. That's pretty crucial in this recipe. And I'm going to crack my egg into the center bowl here and just mix it with a couple tablespoons of water. I'm not gonna go crazy here. We're just making a bit of an egg wash, and this is what's gonna be our glue. So now it's time to prepare our chicken, and if you were gonna use pork, you could cut nice kind of thin slices. Because I'm using chicken breasts, they're kind of all sorts of different thicknesses throughout. So I'm gonna grab a breast and place it on my cutting board. I'm gonna take a piece of plastic wrap and put that over top. And then we're gonna bang it out nice and thin, and I like to use a rolling pin for this job. And you say sorry to your downstairs neighbors. They don't mind, just give them a bottle of wine, they'll be fine. Or give them a burger, how about that? All right, so I'm not going crazy here. I'm not trying to make schnitzel. I don't need it to be super thin. I just want it to be relatively even so that it really kind of fits nicely in a burger. Now what I wanna do is get it breaded. And everyone's like, oh, use a wet hand and a dry hand. Honestly, in my experience, it doesn't matter what you do, both end up looking like troll fingers. So I just use them both for the entire duration of the breading process. So get it in flour. And you're really gonna wanna tap off the flour. We just want this to be a really thin coating. I like to put it in the egg mixture next, and then in the panko. And you can brush off any excess. Perfect, and then I'm just putting it on a wire rack here. I'm gonna let it sit while I work on the other ones. What's nice about letting it sit is you really let the egg and the panko kind of glue to the chicken, so I would leave it for a nice little like 5 to 10 minutes before we go to the frying step. So I'm just gonna repeat that with my remaining chicken. All right, I'm back. I've cleaned my station, cleaned my hands. I've got a pot with a couple inches of vegetable oil, and I've just got it heating on a low heat. I wanna bring it to 300 degrees. Now we're ready to fry our chicken pieces, and with this, you just wanna be careful. You're working with hot oil, so you wanna put it in and drop it away from you nice and slowly. That way, if there's any kind of like bubbling and spurting, it's gonna go in that direction and not towards you. Also, you'll notice I have a nice big pot for frying. If you're doing this at home, make sure that your oil comes no more than halfway up the pot, because as you add stuff to it, you're gonna of course increase the volume of the pot, and you don't want it bubbling over onto your stove. My goodness, you will start a massive fire. So I've got just a little bit of oil in a nice big pot. So now these are gonna cook. I'm gonna fry both sides for about 2 to 3 minutes. In total, it'll take 6 to 8 minutes, and we'll have nice, juicy, crispy chicken. Then you wanna take it out of your oil, and I'm just gonna dry it off on a little bit of paper towel on a plate. So to finish off this recipe, we're gonna get all the bits for our sandwich ready. And the first one is cabbage. Now cabbage is traditionally served with tonkatsu and chicken katsu, so I thought it would be a great topper. So what we're gonna do is, I don't even need a quarter of this. Green cabbage goes a very long way. So I'm gonna get it cut into quarters. And then I'm just gonna get really, really thin slices. I don't want anybody kind of gnawing on cabbage. Okay, get that into a bowl. All right, now over here, I have what is called tonkatsu sauce. Now this you can buy in just about any Chinatown. I find it's really delicious from the jar. If you were gonna make it, it's like oyster sauce, ketchup, ginger, rice vinegar, sugar. It's better to just buy it. They make a great one in the jarred form. The only thing I'm gonna add is a couple tablespoons of sesame seeds. Now I toasted these up nice and fresh, and they're just delicious. I love the crunch, I love the flavor. It's a perfect addition to the chicken. And last but not least, I have these beautiful brioche buns, which I just toasted up with a little bit of butter, so they're nice and golden brown, and they're really, really soft, and so it's gonna be good because you'll bite through them and they'll be crunchy chicken inside. So good. Okay, let's just build one really quick. So I get my bun on my board here. I'm gonna place a piece of chicken on top, go in there with a little bit of your tonkatsu sauce, and then top with some of your fresh cabbage. Now, of course, if you feel like adding cheese or a nice piece of tomato, that could be delicious. That might be really nice, a little bit of mayo even. But I'm gonna leave it at this. I think it's gorgeous. It's like a really nice, solid burger. You're gonna love it. Oh my gosh, look at that. Can you see that cross section? Looks so good. It is so good. It's so good. Oh man, I'm good at cooking fried chicken, man. I'm not afraid to shout it from the rooftops. Well, there you guys have my recipe for chicken katsu burgers. I hope you get a chance to make it, and I'll see you next time.